Hi guys, welcome to this new video on how to use DSM2 bulk lister. So this is a video that I promised to do for some of the students. So let's go through now. So what are the main features of DSM bulk lister? So if you're using DSM bulk lister, you probably know that some of the main features which includes it helps you to save time, especially if you want to bulk list item. We are talking about bulk listing 20 to 50 items. So do not try to list more than 50 items at one shot. You could break it down into chunks of 20 or 30s each time. And of course, you can schedule listing for the weekend, especially if you're not working or you decided to go for holidays. And with this bulk lister, you actually can plan consistently your listing per day so that you can be seen as someone that is actively on eBay. Of course, these tools does help you in terms of some automation. So let's take a look at some of the disadvantages. Well, some of the disadvantages that you need to be aware of about listing is include lower listing quality. What do I mean by lower listing quality is that basically when you bulk list, you're unable to change the details, which includes the item specific, which you need to log into your eBay account. And you also need to check for the listing that you actually decided to bulk list, are they completed successfully? So checking is always required. And of course, like mentioned, item specific, if you need to edit them, you need to edit them directly on eBay, whether you want to include more item specific or you want to remove some. As we know that DSM to some of the features you can do directly, which includes the changing of eBay titles and the listing profit margins as well as quantity of the item. And of course, when you do bulk list, the profit margins is more or less fixed. If you fix at 10%, 20%, it'll be fixed for each individual listing. Of course, you will want to change them according to the profit margin that you have planned for if you want to. So do take note, do not change the pricing on eBay side. If you want to change any settings, do change it from DSM side. And of course, the default listing policy will be applied if you are listing items together. Some of the items could be having a different listing policies that you need to be aware of, and do take note of this when you're listing item that's in bulk. So let's take a look at the bulk listing in action. I've just captured some screenshot for you just to save time. Later on, we'll go through the second part of the bulk listing. So on this screen shot, you can see that basically I've selected the source, which is AliExpress. You can select Amazon.com, and the target I selected eBay UK. You can select eBay USA. And you can see that you can see that the third arrow is pointing to a series of number. So these are basically a source ID. So for Amazon side, we have the ASIN. You can actually put the ASIN over here, and each ASIN you need to separate it with a comma. Yeah, so it's in horizontal format. Do not list them as a vertical and putting a comma just to break the line. This in a way I've tested, it does not run as fast. Okay, so when you click the continue or submit button, it will be submitted into the system whereby it's being placed into a queue. Okay, so you can see that in this screenshot, basically it's preparing 5 items to be uploaded. And once the status bar turn blue all the way, basically the item is ready to be continued published or to be edited. As you can see for this screenshot is that there are some errors that's been created while uploading in process, even though the status bar is all green and we can click the continue button, but you do need to fix all these errors if you do have these errors, and you can view it on DSM site. Okay, so when there's no error, you see that ready to publish 5 items pointed by the red arrow, and then click on the continue button. Now do not click on the auto publish button because you need to change the title as well as the images, or to add more images into your listing. So let's go online now to take a look from this point onwards. Okay, so after I click the continue button, I'll be brought to this page where I have all my listing over here. You can change the listing title over here to make it that is about maxing out the 80 characters, or you can actually add more pictures or collage the image. You can also change the profit margin here if you want to. If not, after you publish, you can still change the profit margin plus the quantity of the item. So I left the last one to show you in terms of collaging the images. So the add collage is basically very simple on DSM side. Once you have subscribed to the DSM plan, what you can do is just click on this button called autofill. So you can see that all the picture is autofilled with the different collage together. And the next step you need to do is just to press the add collage button. So the collage image is added over here. You just need to make sure that you select as the primary pictures. And the next step you need to do is to click on the publish now or to schedule. So for the purpose of this demo, let's take a look at the schedule. You can schedule when you want to publish it, or you want to you can select a date over here. Say for example I want to publish on Friday or Saturday. Say for example Saturday. And you can choose the time. What time you want to publish? Probably the time where your buyer is awake, probably at 9 a.m. Yeah, and you can just click on schedule. If not, totally skip the steps and just go back to click on the green button called publish now. Okay, so items are processing. They will be added to the listing queue. So where can you find the listing queue? You can click on this button called the watch queue, or alternatively, you can click on this button on the left hand side that is look like a download button, but actually is they're actually trying to list the products. So once everything is imported and into your eBay store, you will see the status over here, and if there's no error, you will change to done, and everything will publish onto the eBay store. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you. If you'd like to get more value out of these videos, you can always follow me on YouTube, or at the same time you can join us at facebook.com/group/dropship mastery, and I will see you in the next video.